Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Indiana. We're currently in the city of Gary. We're going to be doing a driving tour of downtown Gary, Indiana. It's currently 57 degrees outside. We're about 2 minutes away from our desired start destination. Now, Gary, Indiana holds major significance in music culture. With that being said, the legendary Michael Jackson was from Gary, Indiana. And growing up, I happened to be a big fan of Sir Michael. We're on Dunes Highway passing Ohio Street. Now we're approaching Tennessee Street. So this is one of the places I definitely wanted to prioritize. And it was along our travels after we left the Chicago area. Gary was minutes away from Chicago. So it was very conveniently placed on our journey. We got a Citgo gas station on our left-hand side, $4.84 per gallon of regular gas. We just passed Rhode Island Street, cold beer and spirits on our left at Economy Discount Liquors. So we're gonna merge left. We're gonna merge to the left lane because we're gonna have to turn soon. We just passed Carolina Street, the 700 block of East Carolina Street. We're approaching Virginia Street. On our left-hand side, we have the United States Steel Yard, home of the Railcats. It looks like a baseball field. Yeah, there's a baseball field over here on my left-hand side. Looks pretty cool. I wonder if that's for like a major league team or for like a local, little league, maybe college team or something. We got a train on my right-hand side. On our left-hand side, we are passing the Hudson Campbell Sports and Fitness Center. We're passing Massachusetts, East Massachusetts. On our left, there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Gary." Wow, Jerome A. Prince Mayor. Let's make this left-hand turn on Broadway. Broadway is also known as Carolyn Brown Mosby Memorial Highway. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. City Hall on our left. The city of Gary, City Hall is on our left-hand side. So that big building that we passed was City Hall. We got a nice statue on my right-hand side. There's the Genesis Convention Center on our far right-hand side. We got the Mecca building on our left-hand side. There's a bunch of signage out front. Sacred Healing, Bath and Body Works, Men, Women, and Children, a bunch of other businesses. I'm going to merge right, however, because we want to continue moving straight. So we're in the downtown area. We're just going to explore randomly, see what we find, see what it looks like. Off of first impressions, it doesn't look like there's much of a skyline, like high-rise buildings. I don't see too many high-rise buildings. We got the Centier building right here in front of us on our right-hand side. It looks like it was made in the Gary State Bank building. It looks like it's about 10 stories tall, give or take, 10 stories high. We're going to continue moving forward. We got the eye clinic on our left-hand side. Vision Quest Eye Clinic. I'm traveling about 19 miles an hour. Check out the street posts, the lights. You see the chandeliers, or I should say the lantern lights. We got the Gary Housing Authority Genesis Towers on our right. Housing Authority tells me that may or may not be like public housing, government housing for low-income families. All right, we're at 6th Ave. We're going to wait for this light to turn green. We're stuck at a red light. Gary is a city in Lake County, Indiana, historically dominated by major industrial activity. The city is located along the southern shore of Lake Michigan, about 25 miles from downtown Chicago. Gary is adjacent to the Indiana Dunes National Park and within the Chicago metropolitan area. Yeah, so it's 25 miles away from Chicago. When we crossed over and we officially saw the Welcome to Indiana sign, still, when we were about 10 minutes into Indiana, we saw an airport, and the airport said the Chicago and Indiana Airport. So they both share the same airport, or at least one of the same airports. We're passing 7th Ave. We got a building on our left-hand side, the Broadway Lofts. They're working on it now. It looks like they're about to finish off the siding. We got some graffiti on our left-hand side. Let me slow it down. I'm doing 20. I'm going to try to slow down a little bit more. This building is boarded. Check it out. This is the Palace on our left-hand side. It looks like it was once a theater. All right, we're on Broadway and 8th Ave. We got another boarded up building on our left. Wow, this is very underwhelming. Wow, spectacular. There's not really much going on here. So let's find our way around the block, because it looks like if we travel any further forward, we're not really going to see much. It looks like we're going away from the downtown area. All right, I'm trying to contemplate my next move. I could have made it right there. Let's go a little further. We got a KFC on our right, a Save More supermarket, food center on our left. Let's merge right. We're gonna merge right because I'm gonna eventually turn. I'll check it out. We got some artwork over here on my left-hand side and some artwork on my right. So as I was mentioning earlier, Michael Jackson is from here. Not only Michael Jackson, but the Jackson 5. His childhood home is not too far from here. So if you want to check out where his childhood home is located and the surrounding neighborhood of his childhood home, you might want to click that subscription button, turn on your notification bell, because I'm going to be doing a tour of his childhood neighborhood. They got a Popeyes on my right that's boarded up, guys. And there's a classic car on that flatbed in front of us. Yo, that Popeyes is boarded. We will be back. There's a sign that reads, "We will be back." We're at 11th and Broadway. You got Midtown Square on our right-hand side. They got Mocha Apparel. They got MIC Records, Planned Parenthood, and Cricket. So I'm going to make a right-hand turn. Let's make this right-hand turn on 11th Ave. I want you guys to see how much graffiti this Popeyes has on it. Look at that. Matter of fact, I think I could probably go through it. I couldn't go through it because it's not open. Yeah, look at this, y'all. Yo, look at this. Yo, we taking an exclusive abandoned tour. Yo, it'd be funny if it's like a dead end over here. Yo, look at this. Yo, we going through the opposite way of the drive-through. Only if I had a right-hand drive car. Look. We're supposed to come facing us. Like, we're supposed to come the opposite way. Yo, look at that. That's dope. Y'all got a chance to see the Popeyes. Popeyes not in action. But yeah, this is the Popeyes chicken over here. I wonder what happened to it. They said we will be back. All right, let's turn. Let's make this left. What I see from afar is tons and tons of overgrown weeds, grass. I see a lot of urban decay, surprisingly. A lot of graffiti artwork. Look at Rax. I see Rax over here. R-A-X-S. Rax. That's what he wrote. Look at, there's a little playground there for the kids in front of us, but there's weeds surrounding the playground. Holy smokes. I was going to make a right, but now I'm almost lured in to go and check out this playground. Look on my right-hand side. There is a basketball court. The grounds are cracked up. There's weeds growing out of the basketball court. There's a playground right here on my right-hand side. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to make a right just so that you guys can see this. It looks like this playground is conveniently placed next to the projects, probably for the project children and the residents of the community, but check it out. Wow, that thing is ungroomed, unmaintained. Where are the tax dollars going? You may ask yourself. Yo, wonder if Michael Jackson used to play in that. It's like, now he probably had one closer. But then again, Michael Jackson didn't have much of a childhood to my knowledge. You know, he was a star ever since he was a little boy. So Gary, Indiana encompasses a total area of 50.6 square miles. Gary, Indiana is located on an elevation of 607 feet. We're at Washington. It looks like we got projects on my left and on my right hand side, ladies and gentlemen. So you got the single project style homes that look more like homes and or apartments. Then you got the high-rise apartment buildings on my right. Welcome to Pyramid Block Club on our left. They had a Pyramid Block Club sign. All right, so we're definitely going far away from downtown. I'm going to make this right to see if it lures us right back into downtown. It should lead us there. If not, we'll find it. We'll figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. And where there's a way, there should be a will. Let's make this right-hand turn. We got two pedestrians crossing the street. What's up, buddy? It's gasoline, sir.
Oh, gasoline?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Have a great day. Yeah, they wanted to know if it was electric. I told them, no, it's gasoline, sir. They do make these in electric, but in a later model. This model, this year right here, is not electric. All right, so we're at 10th place. Madison and 10th place. We're going to cross over these railroad tracks. We're going right over the railroad track. I want to be very cautious because the ground is kind of partitioned unevenly. If you look up, there's an 11-foot, 8-inch clearance, meaning I wouldn't be able to drive the RV through here without ripping off the top of the air conditioner. Yeah, that's the treacherous part about navigating through the country with an RV, is that if you go through the wrong area, you end up getting led to a low overpass, and if you're not able to clear it, you're going to cause a lot of destruction to your vehicle. So all these blocks on my right, they appear to be unmaintained and overgrown. Like, I'm going to make this right just so that you guys can see what I was talking about. There's an abandoned factory behind me too. Look at this. Look at all this open real estate. A lot of, I see acreage of land, a lot of acres, a lot of land being unused, unmaintained and unused. Wow, there's tons of dumping back there. Let me see if I can get through that block with the dumping. That's amazing because this is minutes away from downtown. So I want you guys to not forget that we're near downtown. This is what near the downtown looks like. I run Adams. I've seen already about a dozen abandoned buildings. For example, there's one on my right. I'm going to make this right so that you guys can see it. There's plenty of graffiti for all the graffiti artists who seek inspiration. It's a dead end in front of us, but I just want to come through here so that you guys can see. Look at this, is abandoned. Peacock Cleaners, drapes, uniforms, gowns, hats, alterations, and more. And you got some graffiti over there. You got some throw ups and a burner, a couple tag ups. Then over here I see an abandoned building on my left hand side. It's a church. Wow, it has a cross on it. And then on my right hand side, we're crossing 9th Ave. We're on Adams Street and 9th Ave. We're going to continue moving forward. Check it out. On my left hand side, we got the abandoned church. It's boarded. Then there's, what's that, firewood? Yo. Then on my right hand side, some of these properties are boarded up. On my left, wow, tons and tons of firewood. They must have been collecting firewood for ages. Hey, if you got a gas, or I should say a wooden furnace, a wood stove, you got plenty of firewood there to cook your meal. Wow, there's a rest in peace memorial right here, guys. I'm going to try to reverse the vehicle so that you guys can get a better look at it. Check it out. There's a rest in peace memorial right there. It says Black Lives Matter. It was a t-shirt they placed over a cross, and there's a ton of flowers, candles. That means somebody passed away right there. Somebody was. This doesn't look like the best block to be walking through, to be completely honest. This doesn't look like the ideal place to take a stroll in the park. There's a ton of debris and trash on my left-hand side. Guys, it looks like we're probably about a block or two away from downtown, because I'm starting to see some of them tall buildings in front of us. So the population as of the year 2020 United States Census in Gary, Indiana, was 75,486 people. Now that's incredible. You know why? Because with this amount of decay, we're at 8th and Adams, 8th Ave. With this amount of decay, you would think the city would be in better shape. I've seen small towns of, a couple hundred to a couple thousand people have this type of decay, but it's kind of somewhat understandable. It's a small town, and even that might not be acceptable. You got Haskins and Williams Athletic Center on my right, but when you get to a town of this size, 75,000 people, it's not a lot. It's kind of small compared to most big cities, but it's bigger than a lot of small towns. And wow, within the first 15 minutes of our passing through the area, especially near the downtown area, we see a lot of abandoned buildings. Look on our right. You see there's a playground, but that playground looks modern because these buildings around us look modern. This looks like this could be PHA. Well, in my case, it would be Philadelphia Housing Authority, but we're in Gary, Indiana, so it might be, what is it? GHA? Right? Would it be Gary Housing Authority? I don't know. If you live here and you know the abbreviation for their housing authority, let us know. Let's make this right before we go straight, because we was going to go straight, but this is going to lead us to downtown anyway. I just want to show you guys this little new, it looks like a new housing complex. They even have a pool. Is that a pool? Oh, no. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's a pool. They got their own pool. Yo, they got a pool, y'all. That's crazy. All right, let's bang this left right here. If we go straight, we'll hit Broadway. We was already on Broadway. Oh, man, there's an abandoned building over here. I kind of got to look at this. I'm kind of intrigued by these large buildings. I love to explore these type of buildings. Like, oh, man, I love it. I would come here at 3 a.m. in the dark with just like a little teeny-weeny flashlight and go through it just for the adrenaline rush. This building right here on my left. But it's awesome. It's huge. And it's abandoned. All the windows are busted out. Tons of graffiti. First floor is boarded up. But yeah, right across the street on my right-hand side, you have the what's that? The health center? The wellness center? Whatever type of center that was. Yo, this is open too. Ew, that's tough. I gotta reverse and get a picture. Oh, that's a charter school on our right-hand side. Yo, that's a charter school, and they got this abandoned building right next to a charter school. You would think that they would like work on sealing this up. Matter of fact, I want you guys to experience the shot that I just saw. Look at. I'm going to turn in so y'all can see this open entrance. Inspire from Chi-Town. Somebody wrote on the entrance, they basically drew a little stick figure who has the longest body in stick figure history. And then they wrote Inspire, and then they wrote from Chi-Town. So they must be from Chicago. But right there, that's the entrance. I won't be surprised if there's people right now as we speak living in there because it's open. You know, if you're homeless, hey, listen, more power to you. You got to find a place to cover your head from the weather. You know, so you can make a home in there for however many months to years before they rehabilitate it and then they end up kicking you out. But yeah, because you don't know how many buildings that I went to. I went to a dozen or so buildings that were abandoned like that. And you go to certain parts of the building, you'll see living space. You'll see like a mattress. You'll see like their little deodorants. They live in it. They basically, turn it into home. We're at 7th and Washington. I've even walked into the buildings and I saw the people there and I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? And just keep on walking. You got the Horace Mann Apartments on our left-hand side at 6th Place in Washington. Yeah, it ends up being that little awkward silence. Like, they're in an abandoned building, but you're in an abandoned building. It's really nobody's building. They can't tell you nothing for being in there, but as long as you respectfully mind your own business, I normally greet them. I say, hey, what's up, buddy? And that's it. Peace. That's at the end. All right. So it looks like, oh my gosh, this church is abandoned. Yo, on our right-hand side, look at this church. It's abandoned. On our left, we got the 21st Century Charter School. This church is gorgeous, and it's abandoned. That's awesome for a music video set. I shot a music video in an abandoned church. There's a sign right next to it that reads City Church. Let me try to pull a little closer. Yes, City Church. In the early 1900s, white migrants and black Southerners came to Gary for work in the steel industry. Reverend William G. Seaman founded City Church downtown in 1926. There's a car coming, so I can't read the rest of it. But that's very interesting, right, guys? Like, that's crazy. And as you can hear, it was founded in downtown. This is downtown. And look at it. It's abandoned, guys. It's completely, pretty much rubble because the roof is falling in. That should be condemned. Like, that's an unsafe structure. I see the roof falling in from the top. The bricks are crumbling down. And it's wide open. That's incredible. Wow, guys. It's literally, like, easy pickings. Like, if you're a urbex explorer, if you like exploring urban buildings, hey, you might want to check out Gary, Indiana, because I just saw a handful that looked very explorable. Now, where I'm from, in Philadelphia, PA, right? We used to have a ton of buildings like this back in the day. But over the years, through gentrification and through just investors, people coming in to invest their money into the community, they buy them, they rehabilitate them, they turn them into lofts, they turn them into, or like schools will get them, or like a community center will be made out of it, or they'll just repurpose the building for something else. So this is their convention center right here in front of us, guys. Genesis Community Center. It's the convention center, the Genesis Convention Center. I'm sorry, I don't know where in the world I saw community. Yeah, look at, there's the Gary Public Library on our left. Let's make this left-hand turn. So we're in downtown, y'all. Is this a one-way? Oh, snap, this is a one-way. I was straight up about to go up a one-way. All right, let me keep on going straight. Luckily. All right, we're passing Broadway. We came through here. We went right. We were coming from the left. We're passing Broadway right now. We're on 5th Ave, 5th and Broadway. Man, this city is desolate. It's like vacant. We're passing Massachusetts. There's absolutely nothing going on here. Where's the shopping strip? Where's the commercial? Where's the business district? Like, where's the entertainment factor here? I see the fire department on our left-hand side. Let's make this left-hand turn. Yeah, if we keep it going straight, it looks like we're going to hit the industrial strip. Let's make this left-hand turn here. If possible, let me see. It looks like, yeah, it's a two-way. Look, that's the City of Gary Fire Department headquarters on our right-hand side. You see it? Those garages? On our left, this is the Gary Park Department and Hudson Campbell Sports and Fitness Center. Oh, man, there's a little rest in peace sign over here for a female. I'm going to reverse so that you guys can witness the sign that I'm driving by. Give me 1 second. You see that sign on my right-hand side? That sign on my right-hand side says, "In justice we pray, justice for Heather." It looks like a female. She passed away. I wonder if that's where she passed away at, because that's the only time I've seen this sign. That's a shame. It shows an angelic figure below her. It's kind of blended in. Whoever did that must have did it with Photoshop. And the angel is spreading the wings, and the angel's next to a bunch of candles. Rest in peace, Heather. And I guess they never found justice. They probably never found out who took her life. On our right-hand side, it looks like we got another, possibly projects, because I see a playground in the back. It's either projects or it's either like a public community center or something of that nature. Wow, that's incredible, guys. We already saw 2 little rest in peace memorials. Wow, what's interesting is you can pull up on the World Wide Web via Google. There's a question that comes up that says, why is Gary, Indiana so abandoned? And the answer is, the city of Gary, Indiana, USA was once a prosperous steel town, but overseas competition and restructuring of the industry led to population loss of 55% since its peak in the 1960s. Much of the city lies abandoned, and it faces huge social problems such as poverty and ghettoization. I've never heard of that word in my life. Ghettoization. I'm sorry. The root word is ghetto, and then the second word is ization. Ghettoization. I never heard of that word in my life. That's the first time I ever heard of that word right now in Gary, Indiana. That goes to show you. You learn something new every single day. Yo, look at that locomotive on my right. That locomotive's dope. It's a real nice locomotive train. And there was a gentleman driving a lawnmower. Look at that house on my right. Looks abandoned. Next to the railroad tracks. So I guess there goes the answer before we get the answer. This is City Hall on our left. So it's known that most of Gary is abandoned. I didn't know that. I ain't come here saying, hey, it's abandoned, so let's go explore it. No, I'm like, hey, that's where Michael Jackson is from. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Do you remember? You remember when we fell in love? Who's bad? Dun, 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 dun. Yo, Thriller was the best. I don't care what nobody say. Thriller's a classic. Do not ruin it for me. and ghosts and blood on the dance floor and PYT, pretty young thing. That's my jam, boy. PYT. Listen, go on YouTube and you better listen to yourself some PYT. Put on PYT Michael Jackson lyrics and just listen. Enjoy the audio experience. I'm an audiophile. All right, we're on Adams and 4th Ave, and I'm be completely honest with you. This is the Metro Center on the right. I think this is it. There's not much going on, guys. There is not much of anything going on here. There was a Walmart here, right? And they closed it down. Now I know why they closed it down. They probably was barely making any business. Yeah, they probably barely was making any business. There's a Walmart like 20 minutes from here, but it's in a whole other town called, I think, Porridge. I think that's the name of the town. There, Portridge? Portage. I'm sorry. I was thinking of... Oh, skirt. Oh, I got to go around the block. Yo, there's abandoned houses on my right. I got to go around the block. There was a whole abandoned block, y'all. The whole block was abandoned, but I didn't want to just abruptly stop. Let me make this right. That's incredible. Yo! This is vicious, bro. Look at the amount of decay on my right-hand side. That must have caught on fire. And it's completely crumbling down, guys. I came in like a wrecking ball. And I don't know the rest of the song. Yo, look at that. So as always, guys, we're capturing behind the scenes for the Tune Be Chillin' YouTube channel. So if you're pulling your hair out frustrated because you can't look right or can't look left, don't worry. Don't fear. We got Omi in the background. She's capturing behind the scenes, and she's doing her best to give you guys a more intimate perspective on these abandoned houses on our right. With that being said, subscribe to Tune Be Chillin'. There's another band on my right. But this block don't look nothing like the other block that I just saw. I hope I can make it right here. I'm hoping it's not a one-way to the left. We're at 3rd Ave and Jackson Street. Dang, on Jackson Street. I'm going to make this right. Even if it's a one-way, I'm going to go through it, son. Skirt. Too fast. Too furious. All right, let's make this right on Monroe. Yo, abandoned houses galore. Let's make this right on the 500 block of Monroe. Look at all these abandoned houses on my right. Look at the lawn. The lawn is like 3 feet, 4 feet tall. Holy smokes. Abandoned house after abandoned house after abandoned house after abandoned house. The lawns are unkept. I'm sure there's all types of critters living in those buildings. There's empty lots on my left telling me there probably once was housing there. On my left, it's a little bit more maintained. That's probably because somebody lives there. Now, the next block was the block that I was talking about. Look at this. This is even abandoned. Look at that. And there's a sofa right on the porch. Somebody could simply just sleep there. You know what I mean? Like, if they didn't have a place to stay, they can just live right on the porch. Yo, this next block right here, though. Oh, man, I got to take a picture. I have to take a picture. They got a nice mural painted on the side of all those abandoned buildings. So I got to try to structure a nice picture here. Right here. Boom, 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 right here. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, well. I was waiting for y'all to say it, but then I forgot that y'all not here with me. All right, I took a nice picture there. Look at all those abandoned buildings on my right. The style of the house is completely different. I've never seen a style of house like that throughout the last 36 states. This makes state 37. So officially, as of this tour, we're 37 out of 48 immediate drivable states complete. And this is the first time I've ever seen this style of housing. I've never seen this style of housing before. It looks like a row home because they're connected. They got porches, closed porches, and the top, it almost looks like a cross between Pueblo style housing and like a chapel almost. Look at, there's sofas hanging out the window. The houses, some of them are boarded, some of them are open. The ones that are open, I can almost assume that probably somebody's staying, at least in one of them. Out of the 10, 15, they're all abandoned. Everything on my right is abandoned. There's the people on my left, there's a few of them that are lived in. There's another one abandoned on my left. It sucks because these people gotta see this stuff every day. You know what I mean? Like every day. You gotta come out your house and see a whole strip of abandoned houses right across the street. Look at this Caprice, ain't got no tags. That thing's sitting up high too. There's a church on my right, morning worship, Bible study. Whoa, pothole. That pothole would have absorbed the soul out of your vehicle. It would have left your vehicle lifeless. All right, so this is a one-way. I cannot go left. So I'm going to go straight. What? This is all downtown has to offer? You gotta be kidding me. Look at this little lady walking over here on my left. What's she up to? She on her phone. Oh, she just came out of that building on my left? All right, the streets are horrible. The streets, as far as the paving of the street, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Look on her left. Dang. And it looks like the ones where people live in, they at least try to mow their lawns. I give them that. But they're not going to mow the whole block. They like, we ain't responsible for that. So Gary, Indiana was incorporated July 14th, 1906. It was named for Albert Henry Gary. All right, let's make this right. We're at 6 in Monroe. Oh man, there's a church over here, First Presbyterian Church, Greater Hall of Faith. I see a giant water tower over here on my left that says Indiana, American Water. And it looks like they don't have that many neighborhoods. It looks like they might have possibly 12 or so neighborhoods. I'm going to allow this car to pass us because there's a car coming. All right, let's make this right-hand turn. It looks like they might be doing some plumbing. You see these giant pipes over here on my left? Some sewage lines or something. Some massively large sewage lines. Man, Michael couldn't have had much of a childhood in this area, even if he would have stood a child and not been a famous person. We're at 6th Ave and Jackson. Just because there's not really much going on. And I see another Rest in Peace memorial on my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. Right on my right-hand side. It's in the green grass. You see on my right? There was a little cross. Another one, guys. Another Rest in Peace memorial. Josh. Somebody named Josh. Man. That's whack. 3 people in a matter of just blocks, all surrounding downtown. So are there any notable people from Gary, Indiana? Well, we already know the first person that's notable. You got the Jacksons. Wow, the whole entire Jackson family. The Jackson 5. You got Rebby Jackson, Jackie Jackson, Tito Jackson, Jermaine Jackson, LaToya Jackson, Marlon Jackson, Michael Jackson, Randy Jackson, Janet Jackson. Damn, that family was putting in that work. They was putting in that work, son. All right, should I go left? Should I go right? I can't go left because it's a one-way. Let's go straight. Let's just go straight and make enough. Let's explore 2-3 blocks to the left because it does look like there's some businesses, some eateries. But then we'll go right. And I don't know. I think if we go right, we're not going to run into anything. Anyway, look at abandoned building on my left. Completely crumbling down. Oh, another one completely crumbling down, guys. Matter of fact, let's go through this alley. Look at that on my right. Bro, I haven't seen Decayed like this in a while, since Jackson. And Jackson, although extremely mangled, Jackson, we're talking about Mississippi, this adds another level to the mangled nature of it because they're burned and just left there like nobody's doing anything about it. There's no cleanups, there's no caution tape. It's just like whatever, free for all. Look at this. They got sofas thrown on my right. A dozen sofas easily. A tub. A bed, a box spring. Tons of wood. Another crater in the ground that'll steal your identity. Yo, look at this. My gosh, is this a block on my right? What is this? Is this somebody's block? Yo, it's a one-way too. It looks like it's a one-way. Yo, this is somebody's block, bro. I'm not going to go up there one way because I don't want to be that guy. At least not right here. But Yeah, it is a one way. There's a sign right here on my left. Read. It says one way. Let me go forward. I'm gonna see if I can make a way around. Maybe we can come back out. Yo, that's incredible, y'all. So other notable people, you got Charles Adkins, Olympic boxer, Forty Anderson, basketball coach, Dan Barreiro or Barriero or something like that, Bob Bennett, Albert M. Belowski, Frank Borman, Lehman Bostock, John Brim, Donna Britt, Avery Brooks, Vic Bubas, John A. Buscemi, Vivian Carter, John Chicernio, Rudolph M. Clay, Brandon Dawson, Tony DeSantis, Polly Draper, Clarissa Pincola Estes, Bianca Ferguson, Harry Florney, Tellis Frank, Karen Freeman Wilson. Let's make this right. There's a JJ Fish business on our left, and it looks abandoned. It looks abandoned, guys. Yeah, it is. Yup, there's graffiti all over. Yo, it's crazy how there's a lot of food businesses, like commercial food businesses, right? That they're not only abandoned, but they're all graffitied on. Joe Gates, Freddie Gibbs. Oh, the rapper Freddie Gibbs is from here. I've never really heard his music, but I did see him in a cover art recently. You know how YouTube recommends you stuff. They recommended me something related to Freddie Gibbs and hip hop culture, but I didn't follow through with it. He was born in '82, and he's a rapper. So, AJ Hammonds, Tom Harmon, Richard G. Hatcher, LaTroy Hawkins, Chuck Higgins, Eric Hillman, Gerald Irons, Johnny Jackson. What? Drummer for the Jackson 5. He was, let's just say, his life was taken in Gary in 2006. What? The drummer for the Jackson 5, the drummer, guys, his life was taken here in this very city in 2006. That is vicious. Tim Jankovic, Elijah Johnson, Jason Johnson, Tank Johnson. A lot of NFL players, a lot of Major League Basketball, not Major League Basketball, Major League Baseball, football, and what you call them? I said it, football, baseball, and basketball, yeah, the main three. The abandoned houses on my right, abandoned houses on my left, y'all, abandoned, yo, this is a bando. On my left, that white one, the door's wide open. Bro. It's like, I get an eerie feeling of like, what used to be here? Like, what used to be here? There was families once out here. There was probably kids playing in the street. Abandoned on my right. Straight abandoned, y'all. Gutter abandoned. On my left, another straight abandoned crib right here. Look. I'm gonna bang this left. Skirt. Look it. Completely abandoned, guys. Dang. And you talking about acquiring steel from overseas did this? Nah, I think it was more than just the occupational change here. We're at 3rd Ave in Harrison. I'm going to make this right so we can go through that other abandoned block. Ted Karras. And you know what I noticed? There's a lot of, for example, Jason Johnson, NFL player. Tank Johnson, NFL player. They were both from here. You ready? Ted Karras Jr., football player. Ted Karras Sr., NFL player. There's a lot of family members. Like when one of the family members went off to the business industry, the entertainment industry, for example, the Jacksons, the other family member went off to the entertainment industry and somehow, whether it was sports or whatever. Look at more abandoned houses on my right, guys. Yo, this is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. Let me read a couple more names. Milo Komenich, Bob Kuchenberg, Miami Dolphins. A lot of sports players. Kevin McGee, Carl Malden, and a lot of musicians like trombonists, jazz musicians, and so on. Milt May, Kai Mazzell, William McCarter, Lloyd McClendon, Matt McConnell, tons and tons of people. The list goes on and on and on and on and on like an Energizer bunny. So I'm not going to continue to regurgitate any more names from the list, but you guys got the idea. You can always visit Google and check it out. So the sister cities of Gary, Indiana are Fuxin, Liaoning, China, and Lagos, Nigeria. Those are the sister cities. I'll tell you the one thing that's probably an upside about the amount of abandoned homes here. Another one on my right. There's not a lot of traffic. So I'm crawling at like 9 miles an hour and there's nobody behind me to rush me. It takes an abandoned city for Toon to do these tours effectively. Yo. We're at 4th and Van Buren Street. All right, I'm going to continue to move forward. Abandoned house on my left. Look at that bad boy. Boarded and burned. Another abandoned house right next to that one. There's two right next to each other. There's baby blue one. And there's another one right here. Oh no, it's not abandoned. It just looks like in pretty rough shape. I don't know. It might be abandoned because upstairs is empty and the window is open. Yeah, and the side windows are busted. So that might have been abandoned. Look at these on my left and on my right. These were lots. These were once home lots that are no longer standing. This reminds me of that block that I went through in that was near the airport. What town was that? What town? That was in Alabama. In Birmingham, Alabama. There was a block like this. Remember? You remember? It was a really short tour. I posted on the channel. It was like 15 minutes long. But I went through a block that was on the map. It was classified as a block, but in real life, or a neighborhood, I should say. But in real life, it was completely abandoned. Look at this right here. This building's abandoned, and it got tons of graffiti on it. And the door's wide open. Wide open. I'm sure all the copper to all those open buildings are gone. I promise you. I promise you. That all the copper's gone. Just because hypothetically speaking, let's just pretend if all the houses that are open still had copper, you can get about $125 to probably $200 of copper out of each house. Yep, just by breaking out the copper plumbing system and going from house to house. I'm sure the people who lived here did that years ago. You take it to a scrapyard and it's like, that's like the poor man's gold. Copper is the poor man's gold. If you have enough of it, you'll make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. On my left, another abandoned house, guys. You see it? You don't really see many pedestrians walking on my right, another abandoned house. So, I wonder what movies were shot here, guys. What movies were shot in Gary, Indiana? Let's talk about some feature films that were shot in Gary, Indiana, or Indiana. Look at abandoned. It looks like an apartment on my right. It's boarded up. No, it's actually not abandoned. Some of it is sealed, but yeah, there's a gentleman going inside of it. Some of it's sealed, but people still living in it. On my right, that's abandoned. I see a lot of vehicles with no tags either. Like right here on my left, this Lincoln Navigator doesn't have tags on it. And some of these sidewalks are unwalkable. Look on my right. You can't walk through that. There's rubble. There's rubbish. The abandoned house on my left. This one on my left is abandoned. There's another abandoned one on my right. Just let that car go by. There's another abandoned one on my right. Sheesh. All right, let's talk about some of these movies. Pearl Harbor, the year 2001's film Pearl Harbor, action drama, was shot here. Transformers, Dark of the Moon, 2011. I guess they shot some scenes here. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 2010. Oh, the most recent one. The one when they tried to do the remake, which I didn't really like. Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm a huge Freddy Krueger fan. You remember? Freddy Krueger, my uncle. Low key, but abandoned house on my left. This big one on my left is abandoned, right? You see that big one on my left? Abandoned. We're on 7th and Van Buren. This big one on my right? Abandoned. And that's a huge property. That's nice. I mean, it's not like massive. Oh, snap. And this one right here on my sharp right. Abandoned. This is a one-way, but I'm going to break the law for y'all. For my viewers of the World Wide Web. Look at this. That's abandoned. It looks like a safari is growing out of it. Let me reverse and reorient myself because, like I said, this is a one-way. Look, you can't walk on that sidewalk. I would not want to walk my dog through here. You don't know what type of needles. You don't know what type of glass, what type of random objects. And to think, I genuinely was going to do a walking tour down this area. But no, look at this. First of all, there's barely any, like, civilization. There's another abandoned house on my left. There's barely any activity. There's no businesses. There's nothing really glamorous to capture. And my dogs love grass. And I'm not trying to get yanked left, right, upside down. Because they're going to see all this grass that we don't know what's in it. What deer ticks, fleas. And more abandoned houses on my left. More abandoned houses on my right. Abandoned. Another one. Abandoned. Yo. Gary, Indiana. Another one. 2 on my left. Abandoned. Burnt and abandoned. Gary, Indiana is giving Jackson a run for its money. Now, one thing that Jackson's downtown was a lot better than this. I'll give them that. Jackson, Mississippi, their downtown was way better than this. Their downtown had some downtown high-rises. It had a few restaurants, a few bars, things like that, right? We're on Van Buren, 8th and Van Buren. But when you went to South Jackson, it was like this. Abandoned houses everywhere. But their streets were worse. So far, these streets, even though the houses are abandoned, look it, this is a smooth street. So surprisingly, at least the infrastructure isn't completely destroyed to the point where we're driving through craters in the ground. We did drive through a couple, but they were like in the alley. Kelly's Grocery on my left. We're at 8th and Harrison. I think we're going to make a right and then go back to the main road and see what's on the opposite end of downtown. Because it doesn't look like there's much over here related to downtown. It looks like residential or what was left of, after a twister or a tornado came through and hit. Because there's not much. Look, there's a gentleman on our right. He was mowing his lawn. Y'all can't see because the black truck was... Well, I'm going to describe it. Black hoodie, a black sun visor cap thingy-majiggy to block the sun from his face. And he was mowing the lawn. Got 2 cars on my right with some big rims. Oh, this street got... I spoke too soon. This street got potholes. Ouch. But for the most part, this is crazy. Gary spanks... And there's no competition. There's no competition. But since I've been to more than one, look at abandoned house on my left. Since I've been to more than one state and more than one downtown across America, it's good to compare and contrast from my perspective, from like me actually being there. Oh, they got a nice 5.0 on my right hand side, a Mustang 88 through 91 body. Is that it? 5.0. I hope it's stick shift. It got the factory spoiler. Looks nice. It's in pretty good shape. Yeah. So. This is crazy, bro. So, Nightmare on Elm Street, the most recent one, I didn't really like that character. I think they spoiled it. Robert Englund will always be the best Freddy Krueger in my eyes. Like, he makes Freddy Krueger because the prosthetics are based on his facial structure. So, even if you look at Robert Englund with the face off, with the mask off, or with the prosthetics off, and you put him next to the picture of when he's Freddy, it's the same looking person. Just one, he looks burnt. That's it. We're at 6th Ave. 6th and 6th Ave. Look how dilapidated that building looks on my left. It's crumbling in. And there's a light right here. It doesn't even look like it works. They put a stop sign here because it don't work. All right, so you got Richie Rich. Oh, Richie Rich. Look, there's a child shoe on the floor, an Air Force One. A little baby shoe. Like a size probably 2 or 3 infant. And look at more abandoned houses on my left. So, all right, enough with the abandoned houses tune. They ready to get it. Y'all can see there's abandoned houses everywhere. Now we're running through some potholes. Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin, baby. Remember Richie Rich? That was a cool movie from back in my younger days. With honors. No, I've never seen that. Demon House, 2019. And I guess there was a Demon House follow-up. Well, I can see how they can think one of these houses have demons in them. It's like you need holy water before you go. Sprinkle a little bit of holy water on the entrance before you walk into one of these houses. Soul Survivors. Those were some of the movies filmed in Gary. Here's 13 of the most notable movies set in Indiana. Not only in Gary, but in Indiana. Hoosiers. A Christmas Story. Breaking Away. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I think I heard of that one. Rudy. Newt Rockin'. To Please a Lady. Winning. What shows were filmed in Indiana? A League of Their Own in 1992. Wow. Shrimp and Catfish. Ooh! They got shrimp and catfish for sale on my left-hand side. I should probably go forward another block and then make... Nah. Let me do one more block, because there's some businesses over here, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. There might be some type of life over here, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like one of my mini fellow earthlings from another planet came through here and abducted everyone and just left the aftermath. All right, so yeah, we didn't go through here. No, did we? Yes, we did. We did go through here. This is that block that we went through when we came from the alley. Remember, because this is the fish and chicken place that I was talking about, JJ's, over here on my left. It's abandoned. Look at it. You know that the city is not a good investment when it comes to businesses if all the businesses you see are abandoned. You know what I mean? Here's another one of those giant craters on the ground. What horror movies were set in Indiana? Close Encounters. What TV show is based in Indiana? The TV show called 219 or 219. Is Stranger Things in Indiana? The setting for the show, first 3 seasons, has been entirely fictional in Hawkins, Indiana. All right, so it's like a fake town, I guess, Hawkins, Indiana. But the reality of the series is a series of small towns skirting Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, wow. We found one open fast food joint, guys. I hope you like Checkers. Or here they call it Rally's. Rally's Hamburgers. Wow, that's crazy, right? And then they got what's this? An Amoco gas station. I would like to say Amco. Fifth Ave. It looks like there was a school in front of us. Oh, we got to see this next block. I'm sorry, y'all. And then after we get through this next block, then we're just going to make the first right and come down this main street. Gas station looks horrible. There ain't no gas pumps there. They're all missing. So that's not even a gas station. I didn't even notice. Like, that wasn't even a gas station. It must have been like a little garage. They probably fixed your flat or something. Wow, look at this on my right. It has to be a school. Or an abandoned school in this case. Wow. Gary Parole District. There's a homie on my left. He came out the Parole District. I'm hoping that he an employee. He's standing in front of the Parole District. We got the Cathedral of Holy Angels right here in front of us. We need a lot of holy angels. I'm telling you, for this. We're at 6th and Tyler. Yo. It's mind-blowing to think that in 2022, in the date of the most modern technology known to man, there must be a police station on my right, because there's a bunch of cop cars, an undercover cop cars on my right, like unmarked vehicles. We're on Polk Street. Oh, here's one of those blocks with those houses that were abandoned on the other block, but here they're lived in, as you can see. I'm not going to go through the block because I told you I was going to make the first right. There's Animal Care and Control on my right. Yo, y'all want to drive through the police department parking lot? Bump it, right? Bump it. What's the worst that could happen? Gary Police. Yep. Right here on my left. This is the police department. Yo, we driving through the police department, y'all. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? City of Gary Public Safety Facility on my right-hand side. Yo, what y'all know about that? We just driving through the police parking lot, yo. Skirt, skirt. Catch me if you can. I'm the gingerbread man. No, they could probably catch me pretty quick, though. Because I'm only running on 3 cylinders. Most of those cop cars are like 8 cylinders. And then they got the super kit, the super package. The interceptor package, where like they can There's no limiter. Like, they can really push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. OG just jumped out of his car to check his tire, and now he jumped right back in it. Yo, look at the homie right there. He just jumped out his vehicle. All right, so you got BC Eatery, Food with Attitude on our left, Metro by T-Mobile on our left, Global Wireless on our left, Fifth Plaza, Food Market, and Beauty Supply, and a beauty bar. All right, let's make this right. I'm not going left no more. First of all, you can't go left because it's a one-way, but it doesn't seem like there's much going on. So let's go down this block. We're on 5th and Polk. I think we're on 5th Ave right now. Raleigh's is popping. Look at Raleigh's on my left. But that y'all look dirty. Like the building looks like dirty. Like the building, like the white paint looks like brown. And like, bro, I would not eat from there. This tag in front of us says Lady Cam. We're passing Tyler Street. Yeah, as a business owner, if I own that, I would pressure wash my business. I will make sure at least my property is the best looking property. But I guess since the standards aren't too high over here. Oh, snap. Walt's Fine Food and Cocktail Lounge on my right. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my bro Walt, man. Love you, dog. Walt's. That was cool. Grandma's Tacos on my left. Passing Jackson Street. 5th Ave and Jackson. The liquor spot on my right had a customer coming out. Yo, the liquor spot had a customer coming out. The parole office had a customer coming out. Not funny, but sucks. It's the harsh reality of things. We're passing Madison Street. So all these blocks, we already know it's way more than abandoned back here. It's a disaster zone. The public library looking nice. Gary Public Library and Cultural Center on my left. Bethel Church on my right. Chase Bank on my right. Chase is looking kind of nice. Chase. This is the convention center on my left. Bro, there's absolutely not much going on here. I'm going to merge left. Race car drivers behind me trying to cut me off. I'm going to make this left here because we already went straight, so there's no point in going straight once again. Let's see what's over here. This is the opposite way. So this is where we started the tour at. This looks like the most upkept, and it's not even that, upkept, because I still see debris and trash on their lawn. But it's probably the most, the best part of Gary, and it's not even so nice. It's just government buildings. Just government stuff. City Hall on our right. Yeah, City Hall looks popping. Looks clean. It's mowed. They made sure their lawn is mowed. Not the 3 blocks around the corner, but they made sure that their lawn is mowed. Look at this classic. Yeah, look at this classic truck in front of us. Yeah, OG. I see you, triple OG. I'm loving that color. It's like a mint pea green. No, it's not a mint. It's a pea green. Oh, man, that's a gorgeous Chevy. Beautiful 1976 Chevy pickup truck, baby. Woo, look how clean it looks. Oh, I should snap a picture. Stupid me. I'm going to snap a picture. Picture. Hurry up. Oh, man. I'm disappointed with my picture quality. Slow down, old man. Wait. Oh, man, I missed it. There's a lot of murals on here. Check it out. Murals on my right. Murals on my left. Forever Beautiful. There's somebody wearing a mask. Oh, look at this building. I got to make a right. I'm sorry. I'm going to make a right. Look at this building, y'all. Look at this. What incarnation is this? Yo, look at this. This is crazy. The Gary Union Station. Oh, that was the original station, guys. I guess the train station. Not an entrance to the toll road. No semi trucks beyond this point. Stop and turn around. Oh, this is a dead end, guys. No trespassing private property. Steel Corp. Oh, snap. All right, so let's go. Let's trespass halfway. And then let's make a U-turn here. Yo, you see right up top it says, no trespassing, private property of the United States Steel Corp. Violators will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Well, hey, guys, didn't you guys move overseas? Isn't this, not a thing of the future anymore? So, let's make this left. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. Look at a little ice cream truck. Oh, I said an ice cream truck. A little post. Yo! Check this. The mural. I'm going to describe it to you. They got the United States Postal little mailman. The little van. You remember the one that brings you mail? Yo, it's on bricks. They took the rims off. They jacked it, yo. And look, behind that, there's what? What's that? Is that like an ambulance? The ambulance is jacked, lifted up no, it ain't even lifted up. They left it straight on the ground, but it's missing a wheel and there's water. Yo, that's vicious, bro. Bro, Gary, Indiana is something else out of this world.